Je m'appelle Priya. Today I will take you to the beautiful Biosphere Reserve of France. Biosphere reserves are the protected areas established by the government that protect large areas of natural habitats of plants and animals. It also restores the traditional life of the tribal living in that vicinity. Number one is Kamarak Delta Durum Biosphere Reserve, which was designated in 1977, and its location is south of Orles, France, between the Mediterranean Sea and the two arms of the Rhone Delta. Socioeconomic characteristics. About 110,000 people live permanently within the biosphere reserve, and the people in this region are mainly engaged in the tourism industry and services. However, more than 400 species of birds, such as greater flamingo, many species of insects, and some of the most ferocious mosquitoes, can be found in this biosphere reserve. Number two is Scythe Biosphere Reserve, which is designated in 1987, and its location is south of the Massif Central. The Scythe Biosphere Reserve and the national park encompasses some very different landscapes. This vast territory has one of the lowest population densities in France. However, about 8 lakh tourists annually visit this rural region. Its habitats, its beech, oak, pine, fir forests, Mediterranean and scrublands, high altitude grasslands, rivers, and peatlands. Number three is Comue de Facra Biosphere Reserve, which was designated in 1977. This biosphere reserve is situated in the Termote archipelago, some 360 kilometers northeast of Tahiti. The 1,575 inhabitants that live in the reserve are unequally distributed, and it offers a great diversity of landscapes, including coral formations, ferrogram seagrass, bed copra ponds, coconut groves, and other vegetation, typically of the atolls of French Polynesia. Number four is Phalasorma Dussel Biosphere Reserve, which was designated in 1977, and it's located in the northwest of Corsica. Human activity is modest with 435 inhabitants scattered through the various hamlets of the communities of Galeria, Manzo, and Calenzana. The economy is mainly based on livestock and tourism, and it's noted particularly for its birds life, amphibians, and reptiles. Number five is Le Merdros Biosphere Reserve, which was designated in 1988. Its location is on the coast of Brittany, comprises a marine park and the island of Sheen, small rocky marine islands and isles, and open marine areas of depths of 20 meters with strong currents and high tidal range. Daily tourism is a significant element of the local economy, providing the basis for commercial activities on the islands. However, also fishing activities remains important. And it's here more than 300 species of seaweed, large seabird colonies, and population of basking shark and gray seal. Number six is Monventu Biosphere Reserve. It's designated in 1990, and it's located in between the Alpine Massif to the north and the Mediterranean Massifs to the south. And at present, human activities are still of a traditional nature, with agriculture, wine growing, stock raising, aromatic plants occupying an important place in the local socio-economic life. Over 1,200 species of flora have been identified, and over 1,400 species of butterflies, over 120 species of nesting birds. Number seven is Archipel de Guadalupe Biosphere Reserve. It's designated in 1977 and situated on the Guadalupe Island in the Caribbean Sea. Some 225,500 inhabitants live permanently in the biosphere reserve, and its habitat it's home to over 300 species of trees and bushes. A vast bay of 15,000 hectares between Bastry and Grand Tree includes coral reef, mudflats, uh, seagrass beds, and mangrove forests, freshwater swamps, forests, and marshes. 8 is Librerio Biosphere Reserve, which was designated in 1977, and it's situated contiguous to the Monventu Biosphere Reserve to the north. And about 3 lakh people live in this biosphere reserve. Much effort has been made to safeguard Lebrun's heritage and maintain agricultural activities. And its habitat include holm oak forests, Montpellier pine oak forests, beech groves, gadries, dry grasslands, and riverine woodlands. Number 9 is Fontainebleau et les Gatianas Biosphere Reserve, which was designated in 1998 and it's located in the Île-de-France region, some 70 kilometers southeast of France. The forest has been a royal domain, and the Château de Fontainebleau was built at the beginning of the 16th century by Francois I. Due to its proximity to the capital, the area receives exceptionally high number of visitors. Its habitat includes more than 5,800 plants and species that has been identified so far. The Biosphere Reserve contains two habitats of community interest listed in the European Union's Habitats, Flora and Fauna directives. Number 10 is Vosges du Nord Biosphere Reserve. It's designated in 1998 and it's located in the Natural Park of Vosges du Nord. Was designated as the Biosphere Reserve in 1988 and the Phalasorma Natural Park in Germany in 1992. These two parks have for some time prepared the creation of a boundary biosphere reserve, and in 1998 this goal was achieved. And about 7 lakh 76,140 people live in the French part of the biosphere reserve, whereas 1 lakh 60,000 people inhabitants live in the German part. Their main activities are forestry, tourism, traditional practices, ethnology, and traditional knowledge. Habitats have the occurrence of lynx, the peregrine falcon, and the bog owl. Number 11 is Bassin de la Dordogne Biosphere Reserve, which was designated in 2012. The Dordon rises on the flanks of Feu-de-Sang in the town of Monteur from the confluence of two small torrents. With 1.2 million inhabitants, the Dordon catchment area have a low density comparing with the national average. Its habitat has the Dordon base is home to a rich biodiversity of plant and animal species remarkable at national and European levels. Number 12 is Maurice Odomarios Biosphere Reserve, which was designated in 2013, and it's located on an intersection between three natural regions: the coastal plains, the Flanders Intrigue, and the Artios Hills. The reserve has a permanent population of 69,000 residents, as well as one of France's two remaining wetlands floating gardens. The main natural habitats are reed beds, tall herbs, petty woods, meadows, ditches, and rivers. 13 is Monvis Transboundary Biosphere Reserve. It was designated in 2014. It's a glacial cirque situated between the Alpine Mountains and the Mediterranean. In 2009, the Monvis Biosphere Reserve hosted nearly 24,975 inhabitants over 1,331 km per square. Among the fauna, Salamandra lanzai, Coronel austriaca, Parnassus apollo, Callimorpha quadripunciata, Tetratetrix, and Mustela ermine area are of particular note. 14 is Gorge du Godon Biosphere Reserve, which was designated in 2015, and it's located in the department in southern France. The area is typically Mediterranean landscape. The territory of the Biosphere Reserve includes 26 communes located in the department of the Gard. and its habitats had more than 900 species have been identified to date, of which 202 are nationally protected by ministerial decree and 280 are on the global list, red list of the International Union for the Conservation of Nature. This includes 151 bird species with many rare birds such as Bonnell eagle, 49 mammal species such as the Eurasian beaver, as well as 18 amphibians and 14 reptiles species such as ocelot lizard. The flora is equally rich and diverse, as 531 species have been catalogued, of which 11 are protected at national level, 2 at the regional level, and 7 are on the global IUCN Red List. That's all. Thank you. Merci.